tuning in now or after the live, please make sure to hit that like button as it'll greatly help push us through the analytics and it'll help this midday market report have a more active discussion will allow us to have more people in here as well.
Americans for getting caught hiding that $6,400 subsidy. Let me explain. You were supposed to get a $6,400 subsidy
What is that?
from the government last week, and I'm sure you didn't even know, did you? Well, now there's this American relief program.
Must have been my phone. I didn't even know it was still on. So thank you all for tuning in. We got a lot to talk about in this midday market report. We'll take a look at crypto at the very end just to see what's going on. But other than that, I'm going to strictly stick with the midday market report. We're going to go through the market, everything from the Dow all the way down through metals, and we'll see exactly what's going on here. I'll timestamp this in just a minute. So I do thank everybody for tuning in. Derek, welcome and good morning to you as well. And the Loyal Army, he says good morning to. Devin, welcome in, buying me some more silver today. Excellent. We'll take a look at the gold and silver charts, the gold-silver ratio as well. I know you're getting a spectacular deal right now as the gold-silver ratio is at over 89.4 right now. So 89.425 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold. XRP Rippers, welcome in. Alex, good afternoon. XRP to the moon in time. Good afternoon. The Gatman, CJ2 Pilot, welcome in. Louisville, welcome. John Hall, good afternoon, brother. So good mid-afternoon, 2:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, January 11th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So what we're looking at right now, Taki, welcome in. Martin, good afternoon. Mo, welcome in. I appreciate you tuning in as well. Wooter, welcome in. Free Toast, good afternoon. Says hello to the team. So the Dow Jones is down 37 points at 37,659. The Dow Jones, we just expect them to continue to pump it, obviously, because they're printing money. We know that they don't have to pay taxes on any of their sales now. When it comes to trading, as they exempted themselves a few months ago, which makes it even more likely that this will likely push up. The next level is 39,800. We do have to hold 37,274. Otherwise, you'd get a retest on the broadening wedge right around 36,200. When we look at the relative strength in the Dow, it's got room to move up. If it really wants to move up, it can move up. Weekly perspectives just getting into overbought. Daily's getting up there as well. 4 hourly, it cleared out a little, but we'll see exactly what they decide to do here. It could use a reshuffle. But it's very hard to just say, oh, in an election cycle, they're just going to bring it back down a couple thousand. It almost feels like to me they want it to go unabated here. But we'll find out here if 37,274 gives way, then we can look for a retracement back to the top of the broadening wedge. The DXY is at 102.40, up about 5 cents or 0.05%. When Lambo, Alex, I never talk about a Lambo, so, I don't know. Maybe some of you can already buy a Lambo depending on how much money you've spent. So, the US dollar is on a bull flag. It looks like it wants to come up like we've been talking to 104, 103.80 area, somewhere around there. Do I have a time frame for XRP over 66 cents? Time frames are baseless. The time frame doesn't work. I can show you an expectation, but I don't give time frames. I just think time frames is a way to push FUD. We don't know. We don't know what the time frame is going to be with manipulation. But I can show you a exclamation, something with something where certain formations can finish. But right now we're smacked. 66 cents, unless we break the 62 cent bull flag resistance that we were retesting after the breakdown. You're getting smacked right now. If you're looking for 66 cents, if we can get back above 62 cents where we're at or this bull flag resistance, next resistance is right around 66 cents. That's the rising channel resistance from June of 2022. So that is what we need to do to get there. We'll get into Bitcoin and XRP, but I'm going to do my due diligence and not respond to any of those questions right now. So you guys can have fun in the comments, but I'm going to put my my mentality into the midday market report because I respect it. The U.S. dollar currency index, like we said, it looks like it's on a bull flag. Looks like it should come up to about 104 here. Wide W reversal. It got the consolidation at the neckline, it looks like, and now it reversed into a W reversal again. So I'm expecting a move up to around 103.50, 104 area. That's what I'm looking for. It could come up higher, and who knows, maybe it could start a reversal back up, but it's got room here to come up. I would be surprised if it doesn't. I would be honestly surprised. US 10 years down 0.02 basis points, or 0.57% to 4.01%. That's the 10-year government bonds. Government bond put a little inversion here. It's just, how high can we come up here? We've got a death cross here running in the 200-day, but I have no doubt right now that we're coming up with the US dollar. So if I'm looking at it from a daily perspective, I think it's going to come. It'll likely come past here. It's got room. I feel like it wants to come up a little bit higher. Weekly's even over into the pretty nice range here. I think this is probably going to come up. We're on top of that trend line here on this pattern. So it almost looks like it wants to hold and maybe have a volatile swing up here. And if I had to guess, I'd say somewhere around 4.2% here. Now, can it come up any higher than that? That's kind of where we're going to get to, and we're going to see if that's an inflection point, in my opinion. So an inflection point, you'd have to get on top of the resistance, use it as support to move out. Otherwise, you hit resistance, come back down, and then you'll fall through. We've come all the way down here. The only thing we haven't done is create a further inversion down to like 3.5%. But make no mistake about it, this already came all the way down to 3.78 approximately, and we were calling for this from around 4.8%. So how much farther can it go? Nobody knows. The next lowest support is 2.96%. I just theorized that you could have an inverted head and shoulders formed in this area, and you very well could already. So that was just my expectation, to go somewhere into that range, which it fell into it. So we'll see what happens. But it's actually a pretty interesting time. For everybody tuning in, I greatly appreciate you. 49 people are in the midday market report. Thank you all so much for that dedication. Make sure you hit that like button if you're watching this. We're not doing bad. 36 likes already, which is actually very much appreciated. It's very much appreciated to have each and every one of you in here with the active discussion. I do appreciate all the questions about Bitcoin and XRP, as it'll lay the foundation for the end of this live, because normally I won't cover it unless I see a lot of interest. So, can I do EUR? Free toast, what do you mean? The euro, like the euro dollar? We've got crude oil up 0.89% or 1.24, or 0.88 cents or 0.124%. Sitting at right around $72.11 per barrel. That's priced in US dollars. That's WTI crude. It's a tricky one, because it seems like it wants to come back. Well, now you would have to evolve this, but it seems like it wants to come back down here a little bit. But it's so tricky. Like, at what point does oil just reverse? Doesn't seem like right now. Doesn't seem like right now. If you go into the 4-hourly, it could push up, but at the same time, these could push. This is right in the area where it's like, well, we're still coming down in the weekly. In the daily, we could be starting to try to reverse this a little bit, but are we? It's impossible to say. If you're over $70, there's always the chance that now you could break back up and start pushing this top of the larger wedge here, and that's at about $80. But first, before you can even talk about that, we've got to get over 74, 78. So I mean, right now it's in a very much a consolidatory phase. That's on a bear. It breaks up instead of down. You know, we know the targets, but I'm just going to watch this play out. I've got no vested interest here except for staying in line. Gold's down $4.69. 0.23% to 2019 spot 36. Gold's doing exactly what I wanted it to. I asked it to come down, if anybody remembers. I wanted it to read out some of this RSI. It's a little bit more to go. Not much, still a little bit more. We've got the daily time frame where it can continue to push down here, but it looks like a reversal could be formed here in the daily, which is interesting because this very well could create a W reversal here if it pulls up tomorrow. So this could very well, I mean, it could sneak it around like this, and then before you know it, you have something that forms. So I'm watching gold. Obviously, I have my eyes on it like I always do. It's the main reason why I do the midday market reports, for anybody who actually wants to listen. And I think we have a growing audience that cares about the midday market reports. I think it's very important. But I'm still looking at this sometime around 1930 if it does break down. Hopefully 2000's the line in the sand, because in the 4 hourly we're going to start coming down here. But I think it would actually be in our best interest to get a nice dump down here. And then I think you could have a humongous reversal, because the weekly, let's face it, the weekly's getting up here. And with the way the weekly's showing us, I expect it won't come all the way down there to 1930 probably, and it'll have an overzealous bounce at some point. Which the daily, speaking of it, with that reversal. So if that does play out in a reversal fashion, expect gold to at least come back up here to like maybe $2,108. Try to retest that area if it's not ready to come straight through. Back down to support. And I don't know. You would have thought it would have come back farther than this with how we've been seeing the instability in the US dollar before today. We've had a nice run up here as well. But it seems like it's kind of hindering at this 2000 level. It really doesn't want to give it back. So we've got to watch. It's just like B2 Gold seemingly doesn't want to give back that $3 range, even though it's in its best interest to do so. But now I'm seeing what could be the starting of a reversal here. Long wick down, consolidation, long wick down, I mean, this could be the start of a reversal. It is a bear flag. That is absolutely a bear flag. I want it to come to 240. But at the same time, I don't know how much strength all this has. I really don't. Got room to come down, but some of these time frames have already closed, and you'll see the ones that have more data, it's already coming into the oversold. So, and now it's trying to have this little rebound. So if it comes back up here at like 309, that might give us some insight, but it doesn't seem to want to lose range without a fight. So we're going to see, and once it starts losing this range, that's going to be the tricky part. We're going to fly into oversold faster than you can probably even imagine. Silver, somebody said they were looking to buy. The gold silver ratio is at 89.43, up $1.04 today, or 1.18% to 89.43. We're at a major resistance right now. Actually, it's a little bit higher, but we're an overbought in the smaller time frames. You're going to start to see us in the higher time frames start to approach that area. 4 hourly now there today. Daily, we're getting there. Weekly, we're starting to get there. End of this week, it's going to end up pushing up higher. We might actually be there at the end of the week when the candle closes in 1 day and 3 hours. So we're at the top of the formation right now. Now, the overextension is to get up to about 91.91. But make no mistake about it, we're up at the top here at 90. So unless we have an overzealous move, this is where I predicted around 91.90 at the highest that we'd be topping out. So if it breaks past it, we know it would be a unbelievable, spectacular buy. Martin sends $9.99, says, keep up the good work. Let's thank you for the first YouTube super chat on here. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yes, sir, I will keep up the good work. It's something I do. I try to stay in a routine. Silver's down 1.13% or 25.9 cents. For, I believe it was Devin. Devin, you were looking to buy. With the weekly, we're starting to rotate here a little bit. Daily, we're getting closer. But again, just like gold or B2 gold, it looks like there could be a reversal trying to take place in the daily. So we've got to be careful here if you're looking for lower prices or if you're just afraid to buy here. I mean, by no means is this a bad spot where the gold-silver ratio is suggesting that we're probably going to have a reversal here. 1 hour starting to rotate. That's certainly a rotational candle right there. So it doesn't have to. You can keep coming down, but that's your first time we could be rotating. Extreme oversold conditions in the lower time frames. So it certainly looks like it's rotating back up here, but only time will tell. But if it comes down any further, we should be touching. And I wouldn't be surprised if it came down just a little bit more, like 30 cents to that 22.14, and then pushed back up to try to see how we react at resistance at 23.70 area. So you're getting into a very favorable range here. And obviously anything can dump hard, any asset, any commodity. But it's just, you have to get into it when you want. And for me, when I buy gold and silver, I mean, I couldn't care less what it does after I buy it. In the immediate moment, if it goes up, it means nothing to me. Just like my crypto. The short-term movements mean absolutely nothing. I could care less where XRP's at right now. I could care less where my gold and silver is. The only thing I care about is if I can accumulate more. If it comes to where I want it. That's it. So just pay attention to that with silver. So that completes that part of the midday market report. 15 minutes took longer than I wanted. Alex, I'm not saying that you're ridiculous. I'm saying that's a ridiculous question. Not from you, but I'm saying not the question is ridiculous, but to think that you can't buy gold and silver, if anybody's looking at your question, it's ridiculous to not own gold and silver during a crypto bull market. See, the way I look at it with crypto bull markets, you have to look at it even closer. Gold and silver, and crypto's not in a bull market. If you think we're in a bull market right now, you need to put your glasses on and start looking at it a little bit closer. We're in a bear market rally, nothing more, nothing less. In fact, XRP never even went on a bull run in 21. Everybody hates when I say that, but it didn't even come within, 60% of its all-time highs. You can't say you're on a bull run unless you make new highs. That's just my own personal opinion. Other cryptos had a fantastic bull run. Other cryptos, Bitcoin made all-time highs. Algo and all the rest of the guys and gangs. But unfortunately, XRP never went into a bull run. It got beat down by the lawsuit. Otherwise, it would have made everybody whole. See, in a bull run, you make everybody whole that was in there from the prior bull run. So, in my opinion, XRP hasn't bull run since 2018. Everybody can say what they want, but that was the end of the last bull market. So we've been in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going on 6 years now that we've been in a bear market. 6 years in running with XRP. But XRP, the whole point of me selling at $1.66 after buying at 47 cents in 21 and then rebuying at 346 in 23 or late 22, early 23, it's gone back into that extreme undervalued now. It's undervalued. XRP in this point of the game, even if it comes down and you have to accumulate through and through, it's undervalued. At $1.66, I made no bones about it. I said it was overvalued with where we were at in the lawsuit. I said it was going to end in 24. 23 at the end in third quarter or going into September, I said that was where we'd get our first indication that we were going to win, but it wouldn't be over yet. We got our first indication right around there. And now, I think XRP, us buying it or whoever was around at 346 or anybody who's bought it at these, it's crazy. Alex, yeah, that's the problem. But I do agree with you that XRP, I wouldn't say it's going to be a currency, yes, only because you can sell it, but it's going to be a form of money. It already is because you can take it. It's borderless. You can, if I want to take it from the US dollar, buy XRP, and then I want to sell it out for the CAD, I can. Or if I want to sell it out for the yuan, I can. Or if I want to sell it out for the euro, I can. That makes it a form of money. Just like gold and silver and precious metals, I can turn it into whatever currency I want. See, my US dollar, it's a lot more difficult. I got to go through customs to do that. And that's not what I want to do. Alex, the only token that most likely getting into yeah. I agree with that, and that's why I've always said that. That's why the circulating supply for XRP, the total supply is it's around 100 billion. You can't have 300 million or 500 million like Solo and Quorum at 600 million. You can't do it if you want to use it as a median. That's why I always said XRP is going to have a stable price. Some people get mad at me, but would you really get mad if, let's just say, for example, they had to cap it at $100? Let's just say XRP had to cap it at $100. Everybody will get mad because they're all $10,000, which will never happen. 6,000 will never happen. 1,000 probably will never happen. But what if it did get capped at $100? We're talking, and everybody gets pissed. Think about that. This is how, in our own heads, we can be moronic, mind numb, just illogical, just the dumbest of all sorts we can be when it comes to fantasizing about money and listening to the fudsters and the ones who will use our own minds against us so that they can make a little money. If they went up to $100, watch how many people, if I was in my normal live, would be complaining right now. But because it's the midday market report, yesterday we had almost 200 people in here. Probably 55 people would comment right now complaining. Now, if it went to $100, we bought it at 34 cents. I bought it for $3,460 for 10,000 tokens. Do you know what $100 would get me? My $3,400, I think I don't know if it ended my stream, but it definitely sounded like it ended my stream.
Are you sure that wasn't the laundry?
No, that was YouTube. It beeped on my tablet. I don't know. I have to see if anybody can see me. Oh, now they can hear me again. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. It gave me a brief moment of, is this over? So yeah, that's what catches us though, ladies and gentlemen. That's the part that'll get you in trouble if you're just like, oh, XRP needs to go here. It's a failure. I would be happy if XRP went back to all-time highs. You kidding me? 3,400 into 34,000 or 3,500 into 38,000. I mean, come on. Yeah, you might have to reset it. So real quickly, XRP, because I'm going to end this. It's been 21 minutes. XRP's at 60239, up 0.33% or almost 2 cents. Looks like we're consolidating. If we're going to continue this run, you have to hold a consolidation right around, and we need to back test here, right around the 58-cent mark. So it looks like that would be the ideal play, would be 58-cent area, 57.82, the continuation. We have a golden cross in the process. It needs a little more dump down here, otherwise it's going to just get rejected. So do you really want it to come up here just to get rejected? I personally